Tonight's program contains graphic imagery. Viewer discretion is advised.
Funding for Frontline is provided by the Park Foundation, committed to raising public awareness. Frontline is made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Over the last 2 years, America has poured billions of dollars into Iraq. Much of it goes to private contractors. The biggest boom has happened in the security industry.
Anybody who can start a company is piling into the country. There were security contractors over there that were just cowboys.
Suicide bomber moved in alongside the vehicle and detonated.
The demand for private security company effort was so great in Iraq that there is no competition. If you wanted a contract, you're going to get a contract.
It's a lucrative but deadly business. Tonight on Frontline, correspondent Martin Smith travels to Iraq to see the private side of war.
There are tens of thousands of private contractors living and working in Iraq. Many of their companies are headquartered here in Baghdad's Green Zone.
4-1-60, entering Tango Bravo, bound for landing, tax drop-off, 0.
This used to be the seat of Saddam's power. 4 square miles of palaces, villas, and monuments along the Tigris River.
With a convoy, we'll call when you're a little closer. You're coming in very broken and weak. EMR 041618.
Today, the Green Zone is the heart of occupied Iraq. Ensconced in cement, it feels like a surreal fortress with armed guards everywhere. The Rashid Hotel, once Iraq's finest, is now practically empty. The tomb of the unknown soldier is a tourist attraction without tourists. And the parade grounds where Saddam once reviewed his troops is now used by private security guards to practice driving under fire. Though this is my 4th trip since the war began, this is the first time I've felt it's unsafe to travel about freely. I took a tour of the Green Zone with Lieutenant Colonel Bill Foos.
It's not called the Green Zone, it's called the International Zone. People that have been here for a while, they've stopped referring to this as the Green Zone because it's not the Green Zone. Green connotates safety, security.
Foos is a reservist with the Army Corps of Engineers. He is taking us to see what he calls their SUV graveyard.
We can get out here.
The Army Corps takes great risks in traveling about Iraq trying to rebuild the country's infrastructure. These are some of the vehicles they've lost to insurgent attacks.
This was an MBID attack. That's shrapnel from the explosion.
What's a little surprising is that the Army Corps doesn't rely on soldiers for protection. They've outsourced the job. The security company the Army Corps hired is not even American. The company, Aranis, was founded by ex-members of British Special Forces and hires an assortment of ex-soldiers and retired policemen from South Africa, America, England, and Russia. The name Aranis refers to the Greek goddesses who pursue and punish evil.
M-A-R-C-E-L-A.
Yeah. Last name. Before getting in the vehicles, producer Marcella Gaviria and I are given a briefing.
I'm O positive.
O positive. Celsa?
Yeah, Martin Smith.
blood type
O positive.
One of the greatest dangers Westerners face in Iraq is traveling.
Okay, then firstly, introduce myself. My name is Joey Jordan, I'm Team 2 RCL GRD Team 3. Okay,
Most security contractors are in their 30s or 40s, but Joey here is a 23-year-old from England.
Safety. Seatbelts, body armour and Kevlar will be worn in the vehicles at all times. GRD Team 3 is the most aggressive and well-trained team on the GRD contract. Okay? The front vehicle, which is a silver Excursion over there, you may see this vehicle push other vehicles off the road. Okay? If the vehicle gets in front of us, tries to slow us down, we'll give him a warning. If he doesn't adhere to that warning, we're going to hit him, get him out of the way, and then get you down to your destination as fast as possible. Stay in the vehicle until myself or Mike tell you otherwise. We'll tell you when and where to go at all times. Okay? Everybody happy?
We set out in 3 cars. We ride in the middle, or client car.
Okay, you know, clear.
Just outside the gates of the green zone, we accelerate.
Increasing speed, let's get out of here, Jim. Just on the road, left, stay right, arm guards left and right to medium. Multiple static vehicles right to medium. A braking. We got a put it, yeah? A pedestrian left immediate.
The ride is jarring and nerve-wracking.
All the way from the left, that's the most important one. We're only 6. Copy. No rid of yet, we got more. Please coming, leave.
As we proceed, the front and rear cars maneuver to shield us from any perceived threat. The sirens warn Iraqi drivers to steer clear. If they don't, they can be forcibly cut off.
All vehicles follow me. Increasing speed, let's go.
Our driver, Jason, is from Florida. He first came here as a U.S. soldier in 2003. After a few impossible twists and turns, we arrive at Airness headquarters.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for an excellent day.
I'm not looking forward to the return trip.
In the briefing I noticed before getting into the car, I'm told that the driving is going to be aggressive.
Perhaps it's not the best use of terminology. The driving has to take that posture when the risk threat is high, and we do change our driving stance to meet the threat. As I said to you, the risk threat is high. You said yourself that you're aware of the suicide bombings that blew up security teams just yesterday, and we're very, very cautious of civilian vehicles approaching our motorcades.
Why does the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers need you? Why not just use U.S. soldiers?
I can't comment on American policy, but clearly they feel they require the services of a professional private security company. What I will allude to is the fact that the Americans would like to withdraw troop numbers, and perhaps it is part of their policy to reduce troop numbers and replace them with private security contractors.
Security work is big business. Airness has grossed more than $150 million in Iraq. Worldwide, they've had contracts to protect USAID, Fluor, Siemens, British Petroleum, and the BBC.
Vehicle down, vehicle 2's down.
They say they have never lost a client, but 3 Airness guards have died on their Army Corps contract, a contract worth $50 million. Another 16 Airness guards were killed protecting Iraq's oil infrastructure. They say they've killed around 70 insurgents.
Unfortunately, they attack us fairly regularly. It's truthful to say that we're attacked probably once or twice a week at the current time throughout operations through the whole of Iraq. We've got 15 security escort teams across the whole of the country, and it is very distressing that the Iraqis choose to attack us typically once or twice a week.
Do those incidents result in the deaths of Iraqis?
unfortunately, we have had to kill anti-Iraqi forces in the pursuance of our duties, which is to protect the lives of our client.
Who are you accountable to in Iraq?
We're accountable to the coalition forces, and we're a very, very professional and disciplined company.
On occasion, Aranis has recorded insurgent attacks using a camera mounted on the dashboard. Watch the next parked car on the right. The security detail immediately opens fire. The driver has been knocked unconscious. Then, the dashboard camera is turned off. About 20 minutes later, the guards, unharmed, have secured the area. They report that one Iraqi was killed.
We are only equipped to carry out defensive operations. We don't have any offensive capability at all. Essentially, we are a taxi service, and we're equipped to defend ourselves if we're attacked. Our entire doctrine, all of our policies and standard operating procedures all revolve around getting out and getting away from the area of threat, getting out of the contact area.
The situation on the roads remains chaotic. Laws are only just being written.